Good morning, everybody. Welcome to day 4 of the 30-day meditation. Hope everyone's having a nice start to the day. So this morning when I woke up, it was probably like around 5 o'clock. My alarm went off, and almost automatically the first thing that came into my mind was no mud, no lotus. And I thought about that for a minute, and it's so true in the sense that to do all the things that I want to do today, mostly my practice, I want to sit for a couple hours before this live stream. I need to meet that resistance of wanting to stay in bed and sleep. And that resistance is the mud. And without that mud, I'm not able to access my power. I need to access my power and my will to get out of bed. So it kind of pushes me to connect to that inner power to get up and do and live the life that I want to live for myself. In this case, this morning, I want to get up and meditate. And for me, I want to meditate because I want to still my mind and calm my heart. It's one of the reasons that I'm offering this 30-day experience, not only for myself, but for other people to connect to that power that we all have to begin to still our mind and calm our heart. And then you might further ask, what can we do with that calmness and stillness that we cultivate during our practice? And there's infinite possibilities. Um, Kind of continuing with the metaphor of planting flowers, you need to be conscious of what you're planting in your life, what seeds you're planting in your life, and how you're using your energies to tend to whatever you're planting. So for me, I'm a therapist. So every day I want to have a calm, still mind so I can be present for my clients and assist them in whatever's coming up in their life. If I'm in turmoil and I'm all out of balance, it's going to be a lot more difficult for me to be present with the people that I'm working with every day. So our practice is helping us to tend to our inner garden. So we're weeding out any barriers to our inner power. So resistance is such a powerful thing to kind of help access our inner power. In yoga, they call it tapas, self-directed austerities, where we purposefully do things that are difficult to connect to our higher power. And I'd be curious if anyone has experiences with this, in the sense there's been stories of people that when they're put in extreme crisis situations, they access almost superhuman abilities. Like I've heard stories of kids out in the fields with their dad and the tractor falls on the dad, and they have this superhuman ability to just pick up the tractor so the dad can come out of the tractor and be taken care of. So there's many stories I've heard of people accessing these superhuman powers, including yogis. There's many stories of yogis doing tapas, self-directed austerities, for example, standing on one leg for years. There's a famous yogi who sat in meditation for 12 years and meditated and came out and was able to share his gifts, and people could feel the radiance coming off of him, the superhuman, almost superhuman energy that he accessed by doing that austerity. I think we all have the ability to access that. And sometimes those resistance and crisis points kind of help show us the abilities that we do have that we can access. So this morning, kind of keep that in mind as we're working with our Golden Lotus practice. We're stilling the mind and calming the heart and weeding out, noticing any resistances that come out so we can address them, relax, and let go of them so we can access our highest self. So I'd like you all to get ready to meditate, sit on your mats. So we begin our meditation practice. Finding comfort in your seat. And taking a few deep breaths, kind of noticing if there's any resistance coming up for you in your body, your mind, your emotional state. So you take a nice deep breath in. And as you breathe out, letting go of any resistance, relaxing your body, your mind, and your emotions. Again, breathing in, letting go. Again, breathing in. And relaxing and releasing any tension. And I invite you to bring your hands to your heart as we chant the sound of Om, asking for the blessings and guidance of our teachers and masters as we practice today. Taking a nice deep breath in. Om. I invite you to now connect with your inner garden, specifically the heart chakra, the point behind our sternum in the center of our spine. Just pretending to the golden lotus flower of our heart, using the nurturing power of our breath. As we breathe in, we mentally chant the sound Sa. And as we breathe out, we mentally chant the sound Hum. And as we breathe in, the golden petal of our heart opens. And as we breathe out, the golden petals of our heart close into a bud. Giving space to follow the natural rhythm of your breath. Connecting with your inner nature. Your inner power. And if any weed-like thoughts come up, use the mantra, the Hamsa mantra, to bring your awareness back. Simply bring awareness to that thought and let it go. Bring your focus back to the lotus of your heart and the mantra Sa as you breathe in and Hum as you breathe outward. We're observing our inner garden, our inner lotus garden, and the natural rhythm of our breath, like a gentle breeze, opening the lotus petals with the in-breath and closing the petals with the out-breath. So we now move into the hamsa of the willful breath. As we use our will, our inner power to guide our breath as we breathe in, matching the movement of your breath to the sound of my voice. Breathing in with sa, sa. Breathing out with hum, hum. Petals closing into a bud. Sa. Hum. Sa. Hum. And one last time, breathing in with sa. And out with hum. Allowing your breath to return to its natural rhythm. Returning to observe your breath. To observe the lotus opening and closing into a bud. And to close our practice, taking one more breath in, grounding your breath with the out breath. And taking a few moments to rest and be still. Connect with the presence. When you're ready, bring your hands to your heart as we chant the sound of Om to close our practice. Taking a nice deep breath in. Om. And then slowly and gently opening your eyes, coming back to reconnect with your day. So I hope everyone has a beautiful rest of this Wednesday. For those of you that are practicing this 30-day meditation, really set that intention to wake up every day and connect to your practice and connect to your inner power through your practice. I look forward to seeing where that brings you. And hopefully I'll see you tomorrow morning for day 5 of the 30-day meditation. Have a beautiful day. Om Namah Shivaya.